Hey, what is going on, good people? What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Hope Talks. Y'all see who I got up in here? Okay, I got an all-star cast. Come on, come on. We got Dr. DDB, the Elite MD, up in his house. We got Tanisha James, aka Coach Tooker, okay, up into his house. Come on, y'all. How y'all doing?
Amazing.
Fabulous.
How you doing?
Okay, man. Can I say
Absolutely
we looking
fabulous.
good though? Are we looking good?
Y'all talking about that brown
Melanie
though, that
Poppet.
brown skin.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
Brown
looking
sugar.
beautiful. Y'all see
Ooh.
these
right.
smiles though? This is everything. These smiles is everything.
Yeah,
Every-
yeah, everything. I love it. I love it. So look, I am excited about this topic today because I think everybody will be able to relate to it. Don't you think? I think everybody will be able to relate to what we're going to discuss today. And so before we get started, you all really start sharing this out right now. Like you don't, because what's going to happen, you're going to get halfway and you're like, oh man, such and such should have been here. So start sharing, you know what I'm saying? Just start sharing it out right now to about 5 people, about 5. Everybody just share it to 5 people. And then when you finish, just hit done. Okay. Just type done in the chat after you finish, because I promise you this topic is one that most people don't talk about. Not, at least not in the sense that we're going to discuss it. Right. And it's going to be everybody needs to. Okay.
That's right.
And I'm excited because we got the perspective of the coach, right? Tuka, who is, well, you'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see. And then we got Dr. Didi, who's going to give her perspective from the medical side. So I'm excited. So you say, what is the topic, Coach Ro? Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all know what I'm talking about, because y'all know y'all ain't ready for this. Okay, we talking about the socially accepted addiction. Okay, the socially accepted addiction. What we talking about, y'all? What is that? What we talking about?
The
Sugar.
socially accepted
Sugar,
addiction.
sugar,
Sugar.
sugar. Like
Sugar.
sugar is the
Right now, somebody saying that's not a real addiction, though. Somebody
but it is. Okay, try to go without it for 2 days.
whatever.
Okay, I say for 2 days. Some people, this is how bad the addiction can be. If I tell somebody that I'm coaching, like no sugar, like
Mm-hmm.
I've known people to get a headache by noon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Now, if that's
Oh
not an
yeah.
addiction, what is it?
That's it.
By noon, y'all, not the next day. By
Yep.
noon.
Dude. Headaches. They mad. They
Yep.
mad. They angry. Hangry. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They they
Angry.
thirsty. Brain don't work. They all they like, what just
Yep.
happened to my body? Some people that like they guts and stuff start acting up. It's just all kind of stuff that happen. You get off sugar, man. I'm talking about. I feel like they be having to shake sometimes. I'm telling
They,
you, they be
and,
like, where
and they
is
do.
my
No, they do, Dr. D. Like literally, I remember. Shout out to Jillian Nelson. She said, "Ro, I'll never judge a crack addict again." Like you know how you look at people and you be like, "How could you?" Like I would never. She said, "I will never judge an addict again," because when I took sugar from her, she said, "I felt like I could have eaten my young. I would have eaten my young."
Yep.
wow?
That's what she said. I could eat my young. Yeah, she didn't realize how much of a hold it had on her. You know what I mean?
Oh
When you
yeah.
do sugar every single day, you don't realize it that your body really starts to depend on it.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
Absolutely.
mean?
think so because the word addict, it has such a, like a negative connotation to the word that
Yeah.
you would associate it with something that's like a sweet treat. So I
Mhm.
know for me, when Ro told me, when I discovered that I was a sugar addict, when the discovery was made, I was like, oh, certainly you have made a mistake. Certainly you have
Certainly.
mislabeled me.
Certainly.
Because, and I want to say, because the reason why is because I had spent a lot of my life, my whole life, y'all, trying not to be addicted because my father struggled with addiction. So I
Mhm.
didn't want to be, I'm thinking drugs, alcohol. I'm singing how I made it over.
Mm.
You
I
see?
didn't made it
You
over. I
see?
made it. So when she said that to me, it stung. I will not lie, it stung. And I was like, what did she call me? Because I would have never given and then bro, I said it, I said, I don't know if I would have called it that.
No.
But I realized I said you can have your feelings or you can go look at these facts. So what I did was I'm gonna find it. What I did was I looked it up in the dictionary in the
Yeah.
Bible. It sounded showing up like an addict.
So okay, here's a question I have for you, Tuka. So did it even occur to you? So okay, let's put it all. Let's give y'all some background. Okay, so
Yeah.
Tuka going to Chick-fil-A every single day. Well, at least Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Okay, and what would you get? What were you getting at Chick-fil-A?
Oh goodness. Okay. Chicken, egg, and listen to this, y'all. Chicken, egg, and cheese bagel with a strawberry jelly. Hash browns that I would give to my students. Orange juice for my son. A large coffee with 10 creamers, 10 sugars.
Monday
And let
through
the
Friday.
cashier, let the person fixing my order put 8 and 6. It's about to be a problem. Because I distinctly said 10 and 10.
Could you taste the difference if it was 8 and 6?
Yeah, I believe so because somebody told me
No,
once they said you should go.
you
They said
ain't
you
got
should
them
go
other
down. So
two
I tried to do
sugars. That's
6 and
why
6 and I didn't like it. So I went back to the 10 and 10.
I told you. She didn't know the difference because she would go and get the other two sugars that it was required that she
Somebody's
have
gonna go
in
get
order
them.
to do it. Yeah, see, we're going to get the creamers and the sugars to add it 10. 10 is that's it.
That's it.
We ain't tasting 6 and 8 because it's
Yeah.
supposed to be 10.
And then
It's
10.
10,
Okay,
yeah.
so here's another question, Tuka. Did you not think that was addictive behavior? Did that ever cross your mind?
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Not until you said it to me. I didn't.
I
And
think we
she got
have
you
sugar
offense
painted like
too,
a
Dr.
Mona
Diddy.
Lisa, right? Yeah,
Huh?
she like no. I think we have it painted like a Mona Lisa. Like it's we've created just such a pretty picture around it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's and there's so much value in our families and everything else that there's no way that you would be able to see it as anything else except the Mona Lisa. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because that's how it's served to us through commercials. That's how it's served to us. You know what I'm saying? It's just painted so pretty. I mean, I don't think that I would expect you to see through the Mona Lisa and notice that it's an addiction.
Yeah.
I mean,
We say like I'm a sugar addict or I got a no, we say I got like I got a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Like that's
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 right.
normal.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
A
I got a
sweet
little I
tooth.
like the sweets. Yeah, I got a sweet tooth. So it's like a character trait almost. Like everybody, everybody like a little cookie. Everybody
Like
like a
I'm fine. Yeah, look, I'm 5'5", brown eyes with
yeah,
a sweet tooth.
With a sweet tooth. Okay.
with a sweet
Wow.
tooth.
And listen, y'all, that's why we call it a socially accepted addiction. So that rolls right into this, right? So Dr. Didi was like, it's like we see it as the Mona Lisa. So guess what? There's no judgment. No
No,
judgment. Going to Chick-fil-A Monday through Friday every day, getting not to mention we said the chicken and cheese, biscuit, all that, the jelly. Okay, that's sugar too, right?
the
But
sugar too.
coffee,
The
like
bag
what size was it?
large. Must be a large.
Large coffee with 10
Yeah.
sugars
Must be.
and
Must be.
10 creamers, okay? But nobody saw a problem. There's no different from every time I go to the airport. Y'all know what's the longest line at the airport?
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Every
Rapper
single
brand.
time. Every single time. That's the longest. And I film it it's no judgment. Everybody. It's
Not
like
that
it's a certain class. It's like you're
mhm.
cultured. Okay, you're drinking coffee early in the morning. And I'm thinking to myself, you just woke up. Like, why are we drinking coffee? It doesn't matter what time you go to the airport, whether it's 6 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, people are walking with Starbucks.
Sure. But I think drugs or alcohol or like a substance abuse, we have like an opinion. Like, we are able to say this is something that is bad. And I don't think that people I know people or don't make the connection between what's happening in their body and it being attributed to sugar. You could not have told me these fibroids are connected to your sugar. Because that breakfast, that was just one meal, you know?
There
I
was
might
more.
Yeah, then there's more. I might run to Chick-fil-A back for dinner.
Oh
But
my!
then remember me and Aiden, we may always have these Oreos every night. And it was a mother-son moment.
Every night, Tuka.
Most nights, around 8 something, Aiden would give me that little, that little cute eye, and then he'd be like, That
And
make me
how
think
many
With
of
my Oreos.
how many would you eat?
maybe about 6 or 7, and he would have about 6 or 7
Oh, a piece.
a piece. And it was like a little moment that we would have with each other. Like, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Did you
Yes,
have
I.
milk?
Yes, absolutely. I know. And then I wonder why I was sick. But I'm in the bed like, Lord, I know you promised me a life of vitality. Can you can you
Right.
please keep it? Yeah, to help me have impact and longevity.
And that's what I mean when I say you can't pray like for healing. Like you praying, but you tearing down the body at the same time. Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
That's
know?
why I said you can have these
Yeah.
feelings or you can have these facts. You know what I'm saying? So I could have got caught in my feelings when Ro told me I was a sugar addict because I'm not. I'm telling you, it hurt my feelings. But I was
Yeah.
like, it hurt my feelings. But I was like, I need to. I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, I need this something to this. I got to figure this out. So when I looked it up, the Bible said I was an addict. The dictionary said I was an addict. Both of them.
And here's the sad part, or the sadder part. She was cultivating this addictive behavior in her child.
In my child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
In
she
my child.
was forming his palate. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like for this intense desire for sugar,
Yep. And in
right?
full transparency, being honest, like between my two children, Aiden, even though we eat healthier and we have a healthier lifestyle, if left to his own devices with no parental advisement, Aiden will always choose the sugar every single time.
Yeah, yeah.
Every single
It's something to that. You know what I'm saying?
time.
It's something to that. But I will say this, coming from having done the same thing with my own child, as in PJ, who's 27 now. And so Tiff and I, we talk about it. She always saying he's a miracle, right?
Yeah,
Because the one I did the most damage to, which
is the
was him,
one.
Mm.
and today he's the healthiest. Like he's so health conscious now.
Yeah, that's good.
Like he doesn't, like he won't eat McDonald's. I remember when he was in high school, he was playing basketball, and they would, like on the way home from a game, they go to McDonald's, right? And he said he wouldn't eat. He refused to do it. And they would be looking, you're not going to eat. He said, I'll wait till I get home. If that's what
Yeah,
we eat, I'm not eating it. You
I'm
know,
eating it.
like
Yeah,
to this day, he's so health conscious. That doesn't mean he doesn't eat stuff, but I'm just saying he's very health conscious about what he eats. Like he has a governor. He'll be like, I had dessert yesterday. I'm not going to have any today. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, okay,
yeah.
mommy, just give me one scoop of ice cream. Like that type of thing. Now this Gabby, okay. Gabby slash Aiden. Okay.
Let's say what
Give me
party?
get it
What
all
party?
to me.
What we having? What we having?
What we have? What we
What we
doing?
doing?
Where the party at? The more scoops, the better, the merrier. Okay. Oh man, but
That's
I'm
right.
just saying. So I was saying that to say that there's hope. Okay,
Yes.
because
Absolutely.
PJ was that person. He was that kid.
Yeah.
Always sugar. I told you, honey buns, Dunkin'
Yeah.
sticks, but like all of that.
It's
When
good.
we were in Atlanta,
It's
we were
good.
talking about those snacks and stuff. We
Yep.
went to the store. PJ was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, we did.
I remember
Yeah.
these." That I
Yeah.
used to put in the lunchbox, and like he doesn't touch that stuff, and so it gives me great pleasure to know that I know this is something he will pass down to his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna so I know his wife, like she better come correct.
You're gonna have to come correct.
She's gonna have to come correct because he's gonna be like, no, we're not feeding that to my babies.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
not
Right.
feeding that. You know what I mean? So but prayerfully
Yep.
he finds someone that
Anyway,
On the same on the same mind scale.
exactly, exactly. But that's something. But Dr. Didi, so like, I don't know, is that something that people? Okay, let's talk about because I'm not going to assume that people don't know this. This, if you could just rattle off several medical conditions, okay, that we can attribute to sugar. Okay, what the sugar? How does
Oh.
sugar affect the body?
Oh, let's name all the organs, okay? So, your eyes,
keep going.
That's
glaucoma,
not.
you know
Hold
what I'm
on. She
saying?
said, let's name all of the organs. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead.
All of them. Eyes, you know what I'm saying? That's a terrible one. You know, glaucoma. You know, your teeth. You get cavities. You know, your brain. You increase risk for stroke, especially if you have diabetes and hypertension. That increases your risk for heart attack. You know,
Mhm.
atherosclerosis and coronary artery disease. Definitely because of the, you know, we talk a lot about fats, but sugar is definitely a big part of it. You know, we get kidney injury because of diabetes. You know, you get neuropathy, so your nerves, which goes from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, is definitely affected. So most people with diabetes get you know, pain and tingling and stuff in their toes and their legs, which
Mhm.
leads to other issues like diabetic ulcers, you know, your skin ulcers and stuff to the tips of your toes because now you can't feel and things like that. In addition to that, you know, your gut
Mhm.
paralysis. We call it gastroparesis. So then their stomach is always on relax mode. So because of the nerves and also they call them splanchnic nerves, but it's different types of nerves that squeezes on your stomach to make sure that you're moving food down. That doesn't work. Y'all already know you get constipated with all the sugar and stuff in
Mhm.
there. Um, I mean, I'm sure I could keep going.
You
Wow.
That's
That
what popped up on the top of my head, but
can.
You know what? And I've had many people come to me that have gastroparesis, right? And I'm telling them it's from the sugar. They was like, I don't think. I'm like, yeah, it's sugar.
It's a
Like, do you
sugar.
understand it's sugar? If you this is what I realized, Dr. Didi. You know, I said this whole thing with sugar and sweet. I said I said, oh man, when you control your blood sugar, you control your whole life, right? Because it affects so many things. And I realized that a lot of diseases, a lot of conditions, when you peel back the onion, you go back to the root. It stems from elevated blood sugar,
Mhm.
right?
right,
And I'm
right.
like, wow. You
Yep.
know, so people be like, Coach Ron, I don't have diabetes. I got high blood pressure. I said, but I promise you, we're going to stabilize this blood sugar and we're going to normalize that blood pressure. You know,
True.
and it's the craziest
Absolutely.
thing with this sugar, man. But people don't
And
see
I
that.
don't think when we say sugar, I really think that people think it's just the white powdery stuff coming out of
Mhm.
packages and stuff.
Yeah,
So I
Yeah.
think what I have to always do is talk to my patients and say, "Hey, listen, when I say sugar, what do you think about?" And they're
Right.
thinking, "Well, I don't drink soda. I don't drink, you know
I
what I mean?" But
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
is exactly. And I think they correlate that part, but they don't really, they look at me like, really, that's sugar? When I say, well, you eating fried food. Because you know what I'm saying? When you put the stuff, battered it down in the white stuff, that's still
That's
sugar.
sugar.
You know what I mean? Or like how much rice and pasta and stuff you putting on your plate, boo. You know what I mean? All of these things are a form of sugar. It breaks down because
yeah,
I think the correlation to I'm eating healthier doesn't always mean that I'm eating no sugar. It just means that I'm not eating what is classified as the Oreos or, you know,
yeah.
the moon pies or,
Mm.
you know what I mean? They're not thinking about, well, it's potato, ain't it a vegetable? That's
Right. Right. Right.
well, I can't have potato
Yeah,
chips.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like all of
That's
the
good.
fruit, we talk about the pineapples and the mangoes and things
Mhm.
like that,
Mhm.
and the bananas and everything high in sugar, like I'm eating, I ain't doing nothing but eating about 6 bananas a day. Okay,
Right.
baby. That's in these smoothies. They
Okay.
Mhm.
say, look,
Yep.
they like, I'm just drinking smoothies.
Yep.
What smoothies, so
Oh my
and it's not their fault. That's why it's no judgment. You want to know why it's not their fault? Because how it's delivered day in and
goodness.
day out on commercials and everything else that presents itself to us, it's a Mona Lisa. They do not show you, there's no way that they show you like they do cigarettes, lung cancer.
Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
don't show you sugar and how diabetic machines. They don't show you hemodialysis.
Nope.
They don't show you those. They
Nope.
don't show you heart attacks and people got scars open all the way through their chest. They don't make the correlation, right?
Nope.
They don't show you people walking around blind, can't see, or the bottom of their feet or the amputations and link it up and say sugar.
Yeah.
They don't present it like that. Why? Because when they present sugar, it's always fun, fantastic,
That's right.
fueling. It's always something phenomenal going on
That's
with
right.
sugar. And they have no idea about the things that they're constantly present. Powerade, Gatorades, like
Mhm.
that. I drink Powerades and Gatorades, or whatever it is. Or we're not gonna get into the artificial sugars. You know
Oh,
what I mean? We're not
oh,
even on the no
yeah.
sugar.
Right.
You
Right.
see what? And they blatantly say lead to cancer on them. You know
Bless
what I mean? Like
you. Yeah.
blatantly. or eye damage or whatever else. So it's the presentation, man. They serving us a lot of beauty, but really we got to understand it's a trash can lid, because the effects of it is straight garbage, man. The
Yeah.
effects of this stuff. And if we really, really could see what nutritious food does to us and how we feel on it, then we would be addicts of that, and not the stuff that plays us, like my bear says, the okie doke that tells us this is what is going to be good. But I promise you, if you get the good stuff in it, it feels equally the same, and you're
Mhm.
giving your body what it needs to
That's right.
thrive, right?
That's
So
right.
Mhm.
it's crazy how it's presented. It's presented
Yeah.
just it's crazy to me.
Yeah, you know what? But it's so freeing to be free of the sugar.
Yeah.
Like break that addiction.
Yeah.
When you're no longer sitting and craving it all the time. It feels so freeing. It's just so liberating, and you don't even
Yeah.
realize you're addicted until you're not. That's why I say people don't realize how bad they feel until they start feeling better. You don't even realize how addicted you are until you're no longer addicted. You like, oh my god. I mean, I had you in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you just sitting there thinking about sugar all day long, whether it's and it's like she's like Dr. D said, it's not cakes and pies and
Yeah.
candy. No, it's bread, it's pasta. Okay, it's for my folks that doing oatmeal. I do oatmeal every day, and then you put granola in it and bananas, and I mean it's just all sugar. Okay,
Right.
I put yogurt every day. You're doing granola and bananas, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like sugar, sugar, sugar.
The sugar.
It's funny though, because
Yeah.
I remember when Ro, when you would do the calls, when people would first come into the program, and Ro would start always lead with, well, they said, well, I don't eat a lot of sugar. I eat pretty healthy. And Ro would say, tell me what you ate today. And they would like rattle down the list. Oh, I had like a sweet potato bowl. And basically the whole day would just be sugar. But
Sugar.
we wouldn't see it. And then Ro would say, well, that's, and then she'd go into her little spiel about, what it does to the body. But the person would be like, no, I don't eat too many cakes and pies. But the whole meal for the whole day would just be a continuous dumping of sugar into your body all day
Never
long.
Absolutely.
like what it does to the microbiome in the gut. I mean, it just disrupts everything. That's sugar, and so many people have so many digestive issues today.
Yep.
Like I've never seen it where so many people have so many digestive issues.
That's right.
And so it's
That's right.
just
And
sugar,
so
sugar.
that makes it like
And
socially
it's so
acceptable, but it
funny.
makes it sneaky. It's a sneaky addiction too, because you thinking like it's
Absolutely.
not the pies and the cakes, but it's sneaky because that stuff you're eating, the oatmeals, the coffees, it's making you want more sugar. Like
Hmm.
Roy said, sugar begets sugar. So
Hmm.
this is how I didn't mean to fall into addiction, but I can't figure out why I can't stop.
Right, because you don't really know that
Yeah,
what you're eating is still equivalent. You know
yeah,
what else is funny is like when my patients come in, and say for instance their sugar's through the roof, and then we try to go draw blood, and we can't. Like they'll say, oh, they're a hard stick, or what have you. I will have to come back after the fluids is run or whatever. So I try to tell people, think of it like this: when you're putting all that sugar in your body, this is a very basic way of thinking about it. You put all that sugar in your body, it turns into honey or syrup,
mm,
or a syrup still move. Honey is a little bit harder, but molasses,
Yeah.
right? That stuff
yeah,
doesn't move through your
yeah,
body. So every
mm,
time that you're eating all of this sugar and you're putting it in your body, especially
yeah,
if we don't drink enough water, right? Then it's just like stuff that's just crystallizing, and
Yeah.
there's no there's no free flow of blood. So
yeah,
when and this is the easiest way that I try to put it in my brain to explain it. So how can oxygen and the nutrients that's in the blood get out to the organs that it needs to, because your body needs blood and the oxygen, right? So
Yeah.
that's why things are dying off and they can't get the nutrition that it needs, because it's molasses
yeah.
Yeah.
going through your
You can't
system.
even get there.
So
Yeah.
exactly. So
That's
that's
good.
why people are so dehydrated, and we got to give them 6 and 7 liters of fluid and everything else, so that now blood can flow, so that they can come out of coma, so that they
Yeah,
don't have injury and things like that. That's why you can pass away with diabetes and your sugars being so high. There's a cyst,
Mm.
and I think that's the easiest way to explain it, so
yeah,
that when people think about sugar going in their system, the same way you put too much sugar in cereal, You ever remember your bowl when you was a kid
Yeah,
and you put
somebody look
it
sugar
never
at
was
the
quite
bottom.
sweet because we never gave it time
I
to
Yeah.
know.
dissolve. Okay, we never gave it time. So you just kept putting sugar on top of the cornflakes. Then at the end of it, you'll
All
see
that
all of
milk
that
at the bottom.
sugar in that
All
milk.
of it. Now the worst was the Rice Krispies, boy, because you know the Rice Krispies, you
Come
gotta
on
add
now.
sugar to that. The rice, boy, it be
Come
full
on
of
now.
sugar, boy. So what you get? Then you gotta add some more cereal. So you just mix it
Yeah,
up
Just
a bit,
more. Yeah.
mix
okay?
it up some more. Yeah,
But
that's
listen,
the best way I can explain it, is the bottom of the bowl
That's
of the
good. That's a
cereal
good
when
visual.
that is good. So I just did when Took and I did this reset. I promise you. Check now. I got the CGM, right, the continuous glucose meter, but I still check mine periodically just to make sure that they're
Hmm.
that they're marrying up, right? The regular manual with the CGM. But I promise you, after them 7 days, I mean, blood just flowing.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, blood just coming out, and I know
yeah.
I have my own ways of checking when my eating is off. I told Tuka if I too much sodium, my ankles swell. Okay, um, my blood, the flow of my blood. If I stick it, if it's not flowing, I'm like, okay, come on,
Yeah.
sticky blood. Okay, that I know my body, and I
Yeah.
know what my body does when I'm not giving it the right stuff. Right, I
Mm-hmm.
know what it does, but that you said that meant, I mean, my blood was just, I stick that thing, and I like to do how we do, like y'all say, a clean catch with the urine. I try to do a clean catch with my blood, so I stick it, I wipe it, and
Okay.
then
Hmm.
and then I do it again. And so as soon as I wipe it though, it's just flowing again, and so but I try to get it dry, but yeah, it's just, and that was because it's clean, it's clean. It's so the blood,
Yeah.
everything is flowing, it's flowing.
Yep.
So yeah, yeah, but it's just going back to what we were saying, so we can see that second point: no perceived danger. Nobody sees this as a
Nope.
perceived danger. It's like
Right.
no big deal. Took it
Absolutely.
in. She didn't know that doing the coffee with the 10 creamers and 10 sugars, that's still mind boggling to me every single day. Okay, well, at least Monday through Friday, and then doing the Oreos
Right.
with your son. She didn't see that as any danger.
Mm-mm.
Was your joints hurting, Tuka? Like, what kind of symptoms were you having? Let's just talk
Yeah, I
about.
didn't have any joint pain. I just was extremely tired, and I think this is what. And I would love for you to speak to this because I feel like one of the biggest issues I was having was the fibroids, and they were getting so large. So I feel like I was fueling them, and that was then leading to the anemia, which was then making me extremely fatigued. You know,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you had you had the headaches and the
Migraines.
okay,
Yeah,
and,
I was severely anemic.
and the
Uh,
menstrual was not a pretty
yeah,
thing.
at all, no type of way. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So like I don't have those things anymore. And it wasn't until I stopped having the sugar that I started to see like my fibroids not be as like I guess active is the word. Like Ro would tell you, like I couldn't. Ro had me doing all these abdominal exercises. I'm like, girl, please have some mercy, just a little bit of mercy. And she like, we're gonna get your core together. You can just keep going. But I
Yeah.
stopped feeling that like tugging. That must have been my fibroids. The moving that I would feel. I stopped feeling those things. But I would say like my high blood pressure, but I'm see that's the thing. That's the no perceived danger because I had the answers that I had for each of these things. It was never sugar. So the fibroids, the menstrual cycles, the high blood pressure, these are things that run in my family per se. So that's the
Mm.
no perceived danger. It's not the coffee with the 10 creamers and the 10 sugars, right? I'm tired
Mm-mm.
because I have a very stressful job. I'm with these kids all day. you know,
Mm.
I give it everything I got all day, and when I come home, I have nothing because my job is stressful. It's not the
Nothing,
sugar.
nothing,
The
nothing.
answer is something else, not me. It's something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly, exactly. Because it's true. The
it's true.
kids are stressful,
Yeah,
right? So of course you're
yeah.
gonna believe it.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
tired when I go home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah. The reason why I'm tired because I've been on my feet all day running
I
behind these
work hard.
kids. I got
Yes,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. But
Absolutely.
same job, and that's why I think that God is so merciful to me and so graceful with me because I got to go back to the same job healed and do it as a healed version of myself, and I could run circles around anybody in the building, come home and still do what I had to do, and so I could see God allowed me to see the distinct difference. So that's why I became
Yeah.
utterly convinced that all of this was the sugar,
Yeah.
you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty
absolutely.
amazing. But every time I think about took a story, I think about the thousands upon thousands of teachers that are living that life every day.
Absolutely.
You know
Right.
what I
But
Because they
listen,
have a routine to drive past
mhm,
whatever cafe or whatever they do, you
yep,
know what I mean, to uplift themselves to deal with all of the things of the day. Because really, you're not dealing with just you, right? You got to deal with 30 something emotions and
mhm,
parents and everything else. So, whatever you got to do in order to make that loop
get
back
through the door.
around, you
Yep,
do it. And a lot of times, it's Chick-fil-A's or the store, whatever it is that gets you through the day.
yeah,
And hopefully, by listening to this video, we learn that, man, I can meal prep and get through my day a lot
yeah,
better than driving through somebody's drive through. You know what
yep,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's only going to lead me back to a bad place for myself. It's never going to take me up. It's always going to take me down.
Yeah.
yep,
You know what I mean? Now it can perceive you are taking you up because you think that you're going to get that sugar rush, but the crash is soon coming.
the
You know what I
crash.
mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the inevitable that's happening in your organs that you're not seeing every day, that's inevitable. Like, there's no way you're putting this stuff in your body and it's not causing damage. There's just no way. There's no way. Just like you putting live stuff in your body and it's causing healing,
That's
there's
right.
no way that, it works the same ways. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So the word of God, you put that in, you getting it, you know what I mean, the same
That's,
way. If
yep,
you know what I mean, you putting everything else in there, that's what you're getting out. So you sow the seed, you get the fruit. And
yep,
I really truly truly believe that. I think that the circle people are getting tired of.
yeah.
They really are. I think they are getting tired of the merry-go-round of it.
yeah.
I think though, to your point and the point that Ro made about like knowing your body, I think awareness is so important. Like I feel like a lot of us go through the day without awareness of how we really feel, because we're so used to having these little, just things, little naggy things that are wrong with us. And I think being aware, like, okay, my knees hurt. And that is not because I'm
Mm.
45.
Right.
My head hurts. And that is not because I have a stressful job. It could contribute to it, but
Mm.
stop putting the reason for these things on something that's outside of what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just being aware.
Yeah. But the only way to
So
be aware, though, is to experience something different, and that's why I say people have normalized sickness if that's all they've ever experienced.
Yeah.
mhm.
If everybody around you is sick, okay, if
Mhm.
you if you your big mama, okay, your pawpaw, your parents, your siblings, your cousins, like everybody's on Medicaid. Everybody when they hit 40, they own blood pressure or diabetes, and everybody got bum shoulders and shot knees, and everybody dealing with inflammation, and everybody CPAP machine. You see, if that's all around you,
Yep.
then what you feel
Yeah,
is
you think it's
How
normal?
it's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
it's normal.
you know what
Mhm.
I'm
So the
saying?
first
And we
thing is
and we
know
won't
that
know
you're
to ask
normal.
those questions. Yeah, you won't know to ask those questions, right? You're like, you don't know to ask yourself, why does my head hurt? Well, I know my head hurt because I'm dealing with these kids, but you don't say, did I drink water today? Did I have a salad?
Yeah.
Did I eat too much sugar? You don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's no way that people are asking themselves that type of question. That, like, so in order to do that, you have to be educated and see something different, like you're saying, getting into a new arena, a
Yeah.
new group of people, and then the new questions will come so that you can break
Yep.
that chain. But there's no way you're gonna go home to your family and be like, man, I've been getting headaches. Man, I've been getting headaches like that too, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like it must be normal. Then if you got them and I got them, that means ain't
It
nothing
runs
wrong
in
with me.
the family. It's
Yeah.
It
normal.
And
runs
when
in the
you hear
family.
Ro say headaches are not normal, I'm willing to bet you Ro probably doesn't notice, but people probably fall out of their sleeps like the heck they aren't. Like, she said they're not normal. I think we think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not, Dr.
Yeah.
Diddy, I'm telling you. Now, call me naive, okay? I had no idea. I didn't know people weren't sleeping at night. I'm
And they're
like,
not.
what you waking up for? Like, we go to sleep, okay? Like, we don't wake up. I mean, we go to sleep. And
Absolutely.
it wasn't until like this thing would happen with Pops, lately when he was going through the DKA. I didn't even know he was waking up in the middle of the night. Okay, when I go to sleep, I go to sleep. Okay,
She is asleep.
I didn't know he was. What'd you say, Tucker?
She is asleep. Okay. You
Sleep.
got a
Baby
light
sleep.
on. It don't matter. She's
I'm
asleep.
asleep.
And don't
Okay.
sleep.
And so I didn't know people were sleeping. I didn't know people were having all these headaches. Everybody got Motrin. I said, I don't have no Motrin here. Like, we ain't got, what are you talking about? And I see teenagers, like some of
Yeah.
Gavin's friends, like, got headaches. I'm like, what? And then she's 14. I'm talking when they were like 12. Okay, parents was like, you got any Motrin? Like such and such has a headache. I'm like, they're 12. Why do they have a headache? Why are
Exactly.
we giving 12-year-olds Motrin and Advil? I'm just like, what is going on? I just
Mhm.
Right.
I couldn't wrap my head around it because that's why I say praise God for deliverance. Praise God for my friend Kim who gave us the book in 2009. Okay, and it changed my life because that is the road we
Yes.
were headed on. No, we were on that road. Okay,
Yep.
we were on that road,
Yep.
and it changed it. And so because we changed, doesn't mean we're perfect.
Yeah.
Know that. Y'all know we still eat stuff, but we don't like it's no soda here. Okay? I don't buy
Right.
soda. I don't bring high fructose corn syrup in the house. I'm not bringing artificial colors in the house like MSG. Like I read labels like these are things, does that mean I never have it? No. I told you if I go to the movies, I'm gonna get some popcorn and M&Ms. I'm just gonna tell you. But that's probably gonna be about 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do it though.
Yeah.
I tell everybody I will do it, but I buy M&Ms? No. Do
Yeah.
I buy any of these things? Do I do
Those,
red
all
velvet
these
cake?
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do it. So and it just makes a difference. It's
It does.
compound
And
interest.
by the time, yeah, and then by the time you get off of it, though, this one thing I've noticed too in the last few weeks too. When you get off of it and you go back to taste something, you're like, that don't even taste real.
It
They don't
don't
even.
You know what I mean? Y'all remember back in the day when the Snickers was like the bomb?
now it's still good now, Dr.
I was
Didi.
gonna say, you think the Snickers not
Nah,
good?
To be. I
nah,
would admit it's
nah.
not as good as
Look,
it used to be. I know.
nah.
It's
You
still
remember
the
the
number
Snickers
one
used to
candy
be?
bar though.
It used
I
to
think
have
you
like
just
thick.
don't. I think you just don't want it as much.
No, I
Because in this
promise y'all that
season,
joker not
It
the
don't
same.
taste the same.
They messed up the Snickers, man. I'm telling y'all, they messed them up.
I think even like with Oreos today, that's not
No
something
more
that I eat.
taste the same
Oh,
either.
trash.
Yeah,
Trash. They used to be the bomb. They trash
you
now.
think they
And you
changed
know
the
the Chips
Oreos?
Ahoy's used to be this big. Now
They're
they
like
this
this.
Now they
big.
like this. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Chips Ahoy.
And they still and they taste artificial too. Shucks, it ain't even
They
right.
put so much
No,
trash in them.
right about that. It doesn't. None
Yeah,
of it tastes the same. Like
yeah.
They
the
don't taste.
Quaker. Listen, the Quaker maple brown sugar oatmeal, the instant used to be my thing.
Used
Okay,
to be a thing.
let me tell you something. I tell you, look. Oh man, it tastes so gross.
Uh,
It's
Yeah,
gross. I'm like, I can't believe
yeah.
I used to eat that.
Like grits
I
with
don't. You
sugar.
didn't. That's the thing. You didn't. You used to have real food. You did. When you was a kid, I'm telling you, there's no way. This stuff has become so computerized now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
We didn't have all of that. So I promise you, you was eating a whole different type of oatmeal back in the day.
It
That's
was
why you
oat.
was able to eat it.
oh, now
Still full
that's
of
something.
sugar, but it was a real
It was
oat.
full of sugar, but no,
It was a.
I
It was.
believe that. I believe that, Dr. Didi, because it's not that like. Because I was like, is it my taste buds or is it did these change? The Snickers is not the same.
Snickers not
The
the same. I'm telling
Oreos are
you.
not the same. They don't taste the same to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is probably why
yeah,
they'll go stale. Because I told Took, I
yeah,
said the Oreos will go stale up in here. We don't eat them.
yeah, yeah.
They're not.
So I don't eat
They're
it.
It's
not the same.
computerized, man, and that's why I keep and then y'all know I always talk about this when we be talking together. I'm like, man, your body cannot identify the computer setup for the chemicals that they're preserving the food with. Your body was not meant
Like,
to
what is it?
computerize. We're not computers to identify it. So your body is like, I don't even know how to break this down. Save it
That's
as fat.
right. That's
What
right.
is this? Wait, it's too long. It don't even break down into chains. Save it as fat.
Yeah,
Okay, what is this? I, is it a sugar or a carb or chemical? Save it as fat. So you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
so
that's good.
easy for us to put, yeah,
mhm,
because
Yeah,
our body's not computers. Oh, that's broccoli. Oh, I know broccoli.
yeah,
Okay, let me burn
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
spinach. Okay,
yeah,
that's kale. You know,
yeah,
that's
we know them
good.
words, so
yeah,
it breaks
Yeah,
down exactly what those nutrients and boom, 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 boom. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You ain't got no problems going to the bathroom. You ain't got no
yeah.
problems peeing. Why?
Yeah.
Because it knows
yeah.
exactly how to break that stuff
Right.
down. See this computerized stuff?
The body is confused.
Yeah.
You hear silence. It be
Okay.
silent.
Don't even know what to do with it. Don't know
Yeah,
what to do. So I just put it
Exactly.
to the side. Just put it to the
yeah,
side.
Put it to the side.
Just
yeah,
put
Put
it
it
to
to
the
the side.
side. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I explained. I did that analogy with the people. I'm like, yeah, the body doesn't even know what to do with this stuff. It
Yep,
knows God's food. It can recognize it.
yep,
That's why when y'all and you know how big my salads be, but when I finish, I'm not stuffed. I'm not like because my body breaks that stuff down quickly.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
but this
right.
yeah,
other stuff you let me go. get some of this other stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a couch. I promise you.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm telling you, sleep.
Yep.
You sleep. That itis get you so
That's
quick. Your
good.
body's so
Oh, good.
confused. It say go to bed.
It's ain't
It's
going
so
to
go to bed. Wake up. We'll try again. Wake up.
Try. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we this don't make no
So
sense.
look, okay, so
Wore
look,
me out.
so we talked about no judgment. We talked about no perceived danger, and here's the last one, y'all. This is the last point I'm going to make. Okay, this is why it's the socially accepted addiction. It's no 12-step program. It's no
Ooh,
12-step
we
program on this one. Okay,
Look, if it were any other substance, we'd be like, we got to get them some help. I need, I need to give my cousin some help. You
come
know,
on now.
and we really
We
would.
meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays
We
over
would
there
be
by the
trying to figure
church.
out how to get them
over
some
there
help.
by the church house. Okay,
Yep.
That's
we're
right,
in the
and it's
basement of the church
anonymous.
house. Okay, just go knock
Yeah,
on
it's
the door two
anonymous.
times. Okay, and Mr. Jones will open the door for you.
That's right.
Come
Three
on,
knocks
y'all.
though. Don't knock four. You knock three. We know it's
Okay,
you.
we
There's
know
no
Okay.
program for
we're
dealing
gonna
with
do
them.
an intervention. Y'all, it's
Yep.
no 12-step program. This is a socially accepted addiction. Okay, nobody judges you for being a sugar addict. Nobody judges you. There's no perceived danger. Never mind all the stuff Dr. Didi just broke down. Okay, never mind. But the thing is, Tuka said it. You don't connect the dots that how you feel every single day. More than
Yep.
likely,
Yep.
we can attribute to sugar. Okay, but you don't know that. And then lastly, there's no 12-step program.
That's the program.
Yeah.
Because if there were,
And we
okay, we need to be in it.
We need to be in
And
it.
we didn't even talk about cancers and
Uh,
joint pains and people
uh,
getting knee replacements and
yeah,
all.
No.
We didn't even touch it. It goes deeper and deeper all the
Yeah.
time. And so you wish there was a 12-step program to help people because all we see is, oh, I'm just a little overweight. I'm just a little heavy on my
Yep.
midsection, or I'm just this, but we have no idea
Yep.
that this is like a slow death every day.
Say
You know
that.
what I mean? And we get a diagnosis and it's so trembling to our bones. And we
Mm.
still, you know what's so crazy though? The Diabetic Association actually approves, you know, so many things that in reverse causes
Yep.
cancer. They still approving you to they say, well, I went people are telling me, but Dr. Didi, I'm doing what the people tell me to do, but they're telling you to regulate the sugar, don't stop it.
Mm.
mhm,
But you have to stop it to clear it out your body so we can get to my bad. You talk about this all the time. You got to get to green. If
Yep.
you negative a million, you
Mhm.
can't keep giving you some because you still going a million hundred. You understand? You got to get all the way to the green, and
yeah,
then we
Yeah.
could talk about you. Okay, I had a little bit. Okay, I could come back to green. Okay, I had a little bit. I come back to green. But if you in the red, you can't regulate this thing. You got to annihilate it
that's right.
because it's taking your life. This thing
It's
is
taking your
ugly and
life.
it's rearing its ugly head, and it is not playing. It comes with aggression.
That's right.
Yeah.
People are
It's
they say
good.
people that get the peripheral neuropathy and peripheral vascular disease, like when people you'll see them, they get swelling in their legs, but also you'll see like their leg, the skin
Mhm.
actually changes, right? From that point to like them getting one ulcer on like a toe to
Yeah.
actually going to amputation, sometimes it's month, but guaranteed in 5 years if nothing changes that they're
Right.
going to be an amputee. And then you know how much it is to rehabilitate somebody to actually use a limb that's lost. You know what I mean? For them to have
Yeah.
quality of life. So
Yeah.
usually those people go into depression and everything else, and they're deceased within those 5 years just by having one ulcer or amputation where they're deceased because it's just so
Mm.
much that they have to overcome to
Yeah.
have a missing limb.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then the opportunity for them to have a second missing limb or another amputation, that it goes high. It's trying to take you out. So
Yeah.
no, I don't want my sugar regulated. I don't want
Yeah.
this regulated. I want to be done with it so
Fun.
Yeah.
that I know it's not an addiction. And
Yeah.
then when I'm in the green, then we can have some conversations about
Yeah.
anything else. But no, during this time, that's a wrap, man.
I said,
Yeah.
now we don't, we
That's a
don't,
wrap. You can't have me.
we
Yeah.
cut, we ain't weaning,
It's
we need to cut it.
done.
That's what I was telling Tip when I came up with the fact. I said, you can't get right from the left. You remember what I said? That took a
You
God
kind of
gave
play the middle role. Like, now you can't get the right from the left. You got to
you
get right
okay.
first.
You got to get
Yeah,
right first, okay? You get
yeah,
right. You
That's
got.
right.
So she was trying to like we were. She was off, right? She was off,
yep.
and she was
Gotta get
trying
my
to
number.
like moderate. I said, no, 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 Tucker. We got to get right first. You can't get
Yeah,
right from the left. Let's
from the
get
left.
right. And then,
That's
like
right.
then we can talk about that. But right now, we can't even. It's no. We done missed that opportunity. We got to. We got to get back in the black
Yeah.
first.
And see, this is the thing.
Absolutely.
What I
And if you
really
got
was trying to
negative
do.
$50, I'm sorry to you got negative $50. No matter
Yeah,
if you got negative $50, you still can't go out
I
and get
still, I
fives. I
still
don't
can't
care
do
how you
it.
cut the
I
app up.
can't do
People
it.
like, no,
Yep,
you could give me this five to make it 45, but ain't no
that's
way
right.
in heck I'm
But
giving
you
you
said
$5 and you
No
come
way.
still negative 50 with me.
right. There
Yep,
you
it's
go.
still negative.
That's
So
the
what I
point
was
I was
Okay,
trying
trying
to
I'm
to
do
sorry.
say.
though is what I think so many people think. Like what I was trying to do is I was like, I'm just trying to enjoy life a little bit. I don't want to be so, so regimented, right? Because you think like, oh, it's no harm. It's just a cookie, but like you said, it's negative 50, right? And so it's like it's not just a cookie. When you say all those things, you can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna have a little slice of cake. Like there's so much attached to it that we don't think about and we just take it in because we're thinking that
Yes.
we're enjoying life. Like you gotta have a little fun every now and again. But that's
Mhm.
why this education is important
Yeah.
because when you see like it's taking my whole life, it's
Mhm.
taking everything from me, then it is less desirable. And that's what I was telling somebody the other day about red velvet cake. Rono, red velvet cake used to be my favorite. Like any cake you got in the bakery is red velvet in here. Give me that. And when Rose said, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of cancer, I guess. But it's like once you know these principles and this education, then you're going to start making different decisions because it's not just a cookie. You see, like there's so much more attached to it than just what I want at this moment because it tastes good to me. So that's not my idea of fun anymore. That's not my idea. Well, that's not my idea of fun till I get some more money in the bank. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
yeah, it's like about getting the money in the bank, but I was negative more than what you was being generous with the negative 50.
And we get
Generous.
and we got these warning alarm signs going off, the headaches, the
Yeah.
fatigue. That's the warning
Come on.
signs. And
Mhm.
then so when we go sit in front, doctors and oncologists and all these other people, and they're telling you, what we're at a specific point and people are so shocked, but really the warning signs has been going on for 10 years. So
Mhm.
that's why we get together and we have these conversations on repeat mode so that you can learn this thing and get it deep down in your
Yep,
gut, so when you're
yep,
making your decisions, you're
yep,
choosing life every time.
Yeah.
yep,
Every time, no matter how it's delivered. My bear, you on here every day. Coach Tucker, you on here every day. We're
mm,
talking about it all the time. We've been
yep,
in this game 4 years together. You know
yep,
what I mean? If not a little bit over that. And we've
yeah,
been talking about this thing since pops. And sometimes it's just the same pie cut different ways, but it's still
in
the same
different ways.
conversation. This
Yeah.
thing is taking you out, man. It
Yeah,
wants your carotid. And then
yeah,
sometimes it's a slow bleed and sometimes it's a fast one, and you don't get to
yeah.
choose.
You don't
That's
get to choose. That's
Sometimes you
the
don't get to choose.
yeah.
People ain't never been diagnosed with diabetes, then came to me, even me getting a new job. They never been diagnosed with diabetes. They in DKA.
Mm.
yeah,
It's trying to take you out.
yeah.
You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
Just like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, yeah, you can have your red velvet cake for right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Uh,
tell you know what I'm saying. That's what you tell the people. Bakery, you can have your red velvet
You
cake.
can
I'm not
have
on
it.
you
You
right
can
now.
have it. You
I'm
can
not
have it.
on you right now. I'm on
Yeah,
life. I'm on life, life, and more
I
life.
agree.
choose like that's it. Choose life, y'all. Okay.
Mhm.
So we're gonna wrap this up, but we talked about the socially accepted addiction. We talking about sugar addiction, y'all. We
Yeah,
said it's no judgment. Okay,
yeah,
it's perceived danger. All these are lies. Okay, and there's no 12-step program, right?
mm,
But that's all we just talked about this whole time is danger, danger, danger.
that's
Okay,
it.
danger, danger, and then Dr. D didn't even list all the stuff. Okay,
Right.
Right.
it's so much
That was
more.
a short list.
I mean, but just what she said, it's just like, oh my God, if you're not convicted off that,
Yep.
right? And I'm sure many of the things that you mentioned, Dr. Didi, people didn't even know it was attributed to sugar. Had no idea. Because they come to me all the time and I have this, but I eat healthy. I'm like, really? You're
Right.
delusional. You're
Yeah.
delusional.
Yeah.
Okay? But that just I know this will be an eye opener. Okay? Listen,
Yeah.
y'all that's listening, like if this was an eye opener to you, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask a question. Like, type in the chat, and maybe you have to go back and listen to what she said. But just type in the chat which one of these was more eye opener for you. Like which one of these conditions that she talked about. But I know this was good. I know this was good. I know this is going to change lives. This is going to impact
Somebody.
lives. And so I'm just going to leave you just with a few tips, right? And like, okay, so you're thinking like, what? Okay, what can I do now? I am an addict. What can I do? First of all, we're going to say stop.
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Stop.
We
Just
don't
stop.
leave. We just stop. Okay, all the things. If you go to Starbucks every day, if you're doing coffee every day, stop. Don't go from 2 cups to 1 cup. Go from 2 cups to 0 cups. Stop. We got to stop it. Okay. Drink more water. Okay,
Yeah.
drink more water.
Yes.
Uh, add leafy greens to your diet. Okay, leafy greens are
They
your
are your
friend.
friend.
Okay, leafy greens are your friend, y'all. I promise. The more leafy greens you have, the less you're gonna want sugar.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
right? So cut the sugar, drink your water, add leafy greens to your diet, and move your body. I'm gonna say move. Okay,
Come on now, move. Come on now, move.
move. I'm just gonna say 30 minutes a day. If you could just move 30 minutes a day, just get out. I don't care if it's walking to your corner and back. 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes out, 15 minutes back, 30 minutes a day. Drink your water, half your body weight in ounces. At least one salad a day, a raw one. Okay, raw salad. And what was the other thing? Water, leafy greens, movement. That was it. Oh, and cut the sugar.
Stop.
I'm
Yeah.
cut.
Stop.
Yep.
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
Okay, y'all put this in the
Stop.
chat. No more in 2024. Okay,
No
no
more.
more.
No more in 20. I love it.
No
I
more in
love it.
2024, you all. So that
And
is
watch
it.
the results. They happen so fast, man. You cut
Yeah.
that stuff out,
It don't take
you gonna see it.
long.
It don't
Yeah.
take long.
It don't take long. So I'm gonna allow Dr. DDB, the Elite MD, to close us out. Dr. DD, I'm so first of all, I'm always honored to have both of you ladies. Okay, it's always a good time. It's always an enlightening time. But Dr. Didi, as the resident physician for Sugar Ain't Sweet, y'all, she been with us since day one. Okay, day one of this whole thing with Sugar Ain't Sweet. Dr. Didi's
Amen.
in the background, and if you went to the conference, you heard her. You know, you saw her, you met her. And so we're blessed to have her on this team. And so, Dr. D, if you could just close us out, okay? I'm just going into you. You close us out.
Yeah, wonderful. Y'all, these ladies are definitely um these are heaven sent women of God. I cannot tell you how much they're impacting people across the world, to be frankly honest. And if you know, like I know, that there is a situation in your world where you say, you know what, I really do want to change because I want life. I'm telling you, follow these ladies, continue to listen to their content they're putting out because it's effective. But not only is it effective, it's related to what God would want for us. He wants us living on this earth, like living life, y'all, abundantly. So that's what I wish for each and every one of you. I am Dr. DDB, your elite MD. Winners win, and I am winning. Y'all stay tuned, man. More to come, boo. There's more to
Love it.
come.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna end on that note, y'all. Tuka, we out of here. Dr.
We
Didi, I
out of here.
love y'all. Ah!
Love y'all.